Okay. Hare Krishna. We will start with the Mangalacharan prayers. Am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji.
Okay. Hare Krishna. We will start with the Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamakyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeyaham Shri Gurum Shriuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathamritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanas Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvishe Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namah Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langete Kurun Kripa Tamham Mande Shri Gurum Dinadarinam Paramanandam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mutirave Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttama-sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistike Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Gauranga Pacharya Visheshna Vaisakya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome you all for today's evening Bhagavatam discussion session. So we are seeing from the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, first chapter. We have already seen the first three slokas, which are the basis for the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. All the Sambandha, Abhidaya, Prayojana are all discussed in those three slokas. And of course, the entire Bhagavatam is um, a discussion of all the three features, Sambandha, Abhidaya, and Prayojana. But it is the basic foundation was given in the first three slokas. And then we saw about Naimisharanya Kshetra, Saunakadi Rishigal. They were very fortunate to meet Sutta Goswami. And before meeting Sutta Goswami, they were mixed devotees, or they were jignasus. But after, due to the association of Sutta Goswami, they were very eager to hear Krishna Katha. So after meeting Sutta Goswami, they wanted to, their destination changed. Before meeting Sutta Goswami, they wanted to do some kind of yajna and attain Svargaloka. But after meeting Sutta Goswami, their destination is again Swargaya Lokaya, but that Swargaya Lokaya meant the Vaikuntha Loka, or going back home, back to God. So in pursuit of that, when they met Sutta Goswami, they were asking him certain questions, and the answer to which is the discussion of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sutta Goswami disclosed Srimad Bhagavatam. So before asking the questions, they glorified Sutta Goswami. They told how humble he was, how learned he was. He was a great practitioner and a preacher also. He got the mercy of his gurus, spiritual masters. He heard Bhagavatam directly from Sukadeva Goswami, because when Sukadeva Goswami spoke Bhagavatam to King Parikshit, Sutta Goswami was also there in that sabha. So they first glorified the spiritual master, who is Saunakas glorified Sutta Goswami, and then they gradually started asking what were all the questions they were asking, that we were discussing one by one from the previous session also we discussed. So the first question that they asked was in the 9th sloka of the first chapter of first canto. They asked for the highest object for mankind. What is the paramo dharmaha? Pumsam ekantaha shreyas. They were asking for the highest goal. Then the next, then they said, why describe only the essence of the scriptures? When Sutta Goswami thought, let me describe everything and let them choose the which one is the highest goal for them. But Sonakadi Rishi stated, Rayena Alpa Ayusha Sabhyaha Talo Vashmi Yugejanaha Mandaha Sumandamatayo Mandabhagya Upadrita. So they mentioned that how people in the Kali Yuga are very, very unfortunate, unintelligent, lazy, and they are Manda Bhagya. They rarely have the opportunity to associate with pure devotees. And even when the opportunity is present, they are not ready to use that particular opportunity. So they are, because of all these reasons, we just wanted to hear, about the highest goal alone. Please don't describe all Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Then tell us to choose any one of these. We are not into it. Can we state the highest goal? Directly the highest goal. So they asked for it, and then and in the 11th sloka, they asked the next question. Please speak the process by which to attain the highest goal. They wanted to know the sadhya. What is the they asked about the sadhaka, the highest goal. Now they wanted to know about the sadhya, the highest goal. Now they wanted to know about the sadhaka, the process by which one can attain the highest goal. That was discussed. No, Burini Buri Karmani Shrotavyani Vibhagasaha. Ata Sadyotra Yat Saram. Ata Sadyo Atra Yat Saram. Please describe us the essence of the scriptures. The essence of scripture, essence of what is the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam? Can anyone tell? The essence of Srimad Bhagavatam.
To attain Krishna Prema, Mataji.
So the essence of the Bhakti scriptures is to attain Krishna Prema. So to attain Krishna Prema, that is the saram. So what is the process? Bhakti Yoga.
Devotional.
Devotional service. Ata sadho atra yat saram. They wanted to only know so they wanted to know the highest goal and the process to attain the highest goal. Highest goal is uh, what is the dharma of the Purusha? It is to attain Krishna Prema, and the process to attain the highest goal is devotional service, pure devotional service. So when Prema Bhakti is the highest goal, the process is pure devotional service. That we should not forget. Otherwise, when you want to go, when you want to attain other liberation, other goals of liberation like Salokya, Sarupya, Sashti, for that, Vaidhi Bhakti is in itself, it is enough. But when you want to attain the highest goal, then the process is pure devotional service. That is, what is the definition of pure devotional service? Ahaituhi apratihata eyatma suprasidati. Not that. What is that in Nectar of Devotion? Because Swami defines the process of pure devotional service. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhyanavitam anukulena krishnanisevanam bhakti uttama. Uttama bhakti, pure devotional service definition is anyabhilashita shunyam. So they wanted to know about the essence of scriptures. And they wanted that to be known from Sutta Goswami, who has got this knowledge from the Guru Parampara, because it is authorized. So, Yenatma so prasidati, by knowing which one's intelligence becomes satisfied. Because the goal is highest, and the process is also the easiest process, and hence the intelligence becomes satisfied. No craving for any other thing. In this material world, when you till school, you will have a different goal. I want to join this branch in this college, a different goal. Then after finishing college, you will have different goal. I wanted to go to abroad for studying MS or some other PhD, something. And after attaining that goal, you will have another different goal. So the goal keeps changing. But here, then the intelligence is not satisfied. The craving is there. But here, once you know the highest goal, you know the process to attain the highest goal, then your intelligence becomes satisfied. Your subtle, gross and subtle senses subside, and then spiritually you get advanced. Then there is no lamentation. It becomes so preceded. Your intelligence becomes satisfied. So this we saw. And then in the 12th sloka, they are asking about the purpose for Krishna's appearance. Devakyam Vasudevasya Jato Yasya Sutishaya. They wanted to know why Krishna appeared as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, that too among the Yadavas. Bhagavan Satvatam Patihi. Satvatam, we saw the different meanings for Satvatam. One may refer to directly the Yadukula, or the other meaning is Lord, devotees of the Lord. Satvatam Patihi means Lord of the devotees. Satvatam refers to devotees, Vishnu Bhaktas. And Satvatam Patihi refers to Vishnu. So Bhagavan Satvatam Patihi. Devakyam Vasudevasya Jato Yasya Chitishaya. Why did the Lord appear son of Yashoda? As son of Vasudeva and Devaki. So they wanted to know the purpose of Lord's appearance. And we discussed about various reasons that Kunti Maharani says. Further we will see. Kunti Maharani prays when she puts forward her prayers to Lord Krishna. Kunti Maharani says some people quote different reasons for the Lord's appearance. Bhaveshmin Klashyamananam Vidya Kamakapiti. Shravana Smarananadi Karishamiti Kechana. So the real purpose for Lord's appearance is to distribute Lord's glories. He does so many pastimes so that it is being recorded by Vyasadeva and various other Ramayana by Valmiki. All those things have been recorded, and in the future, many more generations to come, people take advantage of become devotees and then attain the highest goal. So that is the purpose for Krishna's appearance. Though some may say it is because Brahma asked for the Lord appear. Some may say Devaki Vasudeva Yache. It was Devaki and Vasudeva's prayers that the Lord responded, he appeared. Some may say in order to reduce the burden of the earth, the Lord appeared. But these are all not, it is not that these are all false, but these are all byproducts. The main reason why the Lord appeared is to deliver the conditioned souls, to give an opportunity for each and every soul to attain Him, to distribute the process of devotional service. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Krishna came, Krishna usually comes once in the daytime of Brahma. So when Krishna comes, he sees how the gopis are reciprocating with him, how much love they have for the gopis have for Krishna. So they want when Krishna sees that, he wanted to put that as a standard, how devotees should be like gopis. So he distributed Gopi Bhav in the next age, in the Kali Yuga, when he himself appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he distributed the Gopi Rasa, that which is very, very rare, very, very rare to obtain, but it is easily obtained by chanting the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Can you imagine you are going to get purest diamond just by paying not even anything? If you have small faith, 1% faith, if you exchange that, you are going to get the pure diamond which has which is invaluable, it is very, very costly actually. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna, they gave everything freely. But we should understand that it is not cheap. It is not cheap. So whatever Krishna has given us, it has the greatest value, but it is susukam kartum abhyayam, it is pratiksha vagamam dharmim. It gives result automatically. Only one thing we have to be very cautious is we should not commit any offenses. Then if you are very careful about not committing offenses, then anartha nivritti and the other stages will happen immediately. So why the Lord came? To distribute Krishna Prema. So everyone wanted to should hear about the Lord. They should come out of avidya, kama, karma, and then attain the supreme personality of God. Then we saw Chemaya cha Bhavaya cha. In the 13th sloka, Sutta Goswami, Saunakadi Rishi, they are saying, why we have to hear the Lord? Because we are Shushramana. We are eager to hear. Please describe about the pastimes of the Lord. Especially after asking about Krishna's pastime, they are expressing their eager. Because they give us Shema and Bhavayacha. Shema means that which is the ultimate Purushartha, and Bhavaya means even in the material world, there is when we live in this material world, we are protected. And then when we leave the body, we attain the highest goal. It's Krishna's guarantee actually. Can anyone else give this guarantee? Can any demigods, can any human beings, so-called politicians, hero worship of cinema actors, can any one of them give this guarantee? You will be protected in this material life and you will be attaining the highest goal after you leave the body. No one can give this guarantee. But hearing Krishna Katha can give this guarantee. So if we are eager, if we are greedy to attain Krishna, then automatically purification happens. And it gives us Shema Yacha Bhava Yacha. So they wanted to hear more about Krishna. So what is the result of curiosity about Krishna? Hearing about Krishna. So they feel successful. They feel successful and Shema and Bhavaya. So it gives us liberation, and which but devotees are not after liberation. Liberation automatically is offered to them. Liberation means what? It is not that we go even in this material body when you are not, free from your attachment to material world, you are in liberation only. So when you act in a platform where you are beyond the three modes of material nature, then that itself Jivan Mukta. It is real liberation, not in terms of impersonalism, but in terms of the three modes. When we add beyond the three modes of material nature, when we are constantly thinking about Krishna, constantly remembering Him, and we are constantly engaged in devotional service, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you stay sthane sitam. You stay in whatever position you are, social economic position, but remember the Lord. Sthane sitam sutigatam tanuvak manodi, with your tanu, walk and mano, your speech, mind, and then your body, you do Krishna services. Krishna services. Then what will happen? Then you'll automatically Jivan Mukta. No special effects has to be taken for it. So Shemayasha Bhavayasha is guaranteed in Krishna consciousness. Yoga Kshemam Vaham. So what else remains for him to do? What else Krishna? He has given so many concession for people in Kali Yuga. We are Mandabhagya. Everything he has considered, everything, and given the highest perfectional stage to be attained by a simplest method. But still, if we are not taking to that process, then we are considered to be committing suicide. So this is what we saw till last week. We saw till this sloka. Now we are going to start from the 14th sloka. So we'll see 14, 15, and 16 together. Because they are, once they asked about hearing we wanted to hear about Krishna Katha, immediately they are excited actually. They are expressing their why they wanted to hear Krishna Katha. That reasons are being expressed in till 17. Till 17 they are going to ask the next sloka. So in 12 they asked a question, and in 13, 14, 15, 16 they are glorifying various reasons they are giving why they wanted to hear the glories of Lord Krishna. So here they are expressing the potency of holy name, or the glories of holy name, in the 14th sloka, the glory of Vaishnava Sangha in the 15th sloka, and the glory of Shravana, hearing about the Lord, in the 16th sloka. So we'll read the sloka first. Very important sloka. Of course, 14th sloka we all know by heart, right? If you do not know, please by heart it. Very important sloka. So 14, 15, and 16 in the first canto, first chapter. Apannah samsmritim doram yannama vivasho gृणन् ततः सद्यो विमुच्येत ततः सद्यो विमुच्येत yadbhiveti swayam vayam. So this is the glory of holy name. We are expressing the potency of glory, holy name, the capacity of holy name. Second thing, they are expressing the potency of Vaishnava Sangha. What is that? Yet Pada Samshrayaha Sutta Munayaha Prasamyanaha Yet Pada Samshrayaha Sutta Munaya Prasamyanaha Sadhya Punanti Upashrutaha Svardayo apa anusevaya स्वर्धानु आपरानुसेवया को वा भगवतस्तस्य पुण्यश्लोकेद्य कर्मणः शुद्धिकामो न शृणुयात् यशकलिमलापहम्. So anyone wanted to recite this sloka?
Shall I try, Mataji?
Yes, ma'am.
आपन्नग संसृतिं घोरां यन्नाम विवशो गृह्णन् ततः सद्यो विमुच्येत यद्बिभेति स्वयं भयं यत्पादसंश्रयाक्सुत मुनेः प्रशमायनाः सद्यः पुनत्ति युपपृष्टाः स्वर्धुनियापो अनुसेवया को वा भगवदास्तस्य पुण्यश्लोकेद्य कर्मणः शुद्धिकामो न शृणुयात् यस्या कालीमालापहम्.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Shall I? आपन्नः संस्मृतिं घोरां यन्नाम विवशो गृह्णन् ततः सद्यो विमुच्येत यद्बिभेति स्वयं भयं यत्पादसंश्रयाः सूता मुनयः प्रशमायनाः सद्य पुनन्ति उपास्पृताः स्वर्धुनी आपो अनुसेवया को वा भगवतस्तस्य पुण्यश्लोकेद्य कर्मणः शुद्धिकामो न शृणुयात् यस्य यशः दडमतचेत् that one यश कलिमला. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Chandrika Sudevi Mataji. You wanted to recite, no?
हरे कृष्ण माताजी मैं
Yes, ma'am.
आपन्न संस्कृतं घोरां यन्नामा विवशो गृह्णान् ततः सद्यो विमुच्येत यद्बिभेति स्वयं भयं यत्पादसंश्रया सूता मुनयः प्रशमायनाः सद्य उपस्पृष्टः स्वधुन्यापोऽनुसेवया को वा भागवतस्तस्या पुण्यश्लोकेद्य कर्मणः शुद्धिकामो न शृणुयात् यशः कलिमलापहम्. हरे कृष्ण माताजी. थैंक यू.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. आपन्न संसृतिं घोरां यन्नाम विवशो गृह्णन् ततः सद्यो विमुच्येत यद्बिभेति स्वयं भयं यत्पादसंश्रया सूत मुनयः प्रशमायनाः सद्यः पुनत्युपाश्रिता स्वर्धून्यापोऽनुसेवया को वा भगवतस्तस्य पुण्यश्लोकेद्य कर्मणः शुद्धिकामो न शृणुयात् यशः कलिमलापहम्. हरे कृष्ण.
So here, in the 16th sloka, from 16th sloka only we are going to see. So here we will go, what person? Suddhi Kamaha, desiring satisfaction of his intelligence. So in the previous sloka, they told Heyatma Suprasidati, Suprasidati. Intelligence is satisfied. So from that, here they are continuing that same thing here. With what person desiring satisfaction of his intelligence, Suddhi Kamaha, will not hear na shuniyad. Bhagavat Yashaha, Bhagavataha Yashaha, will not hear the glories of the Lord. Tasya Karmanaha, Tasya means the Lord's action. Whose action? Lord's actions mean Karmanaha means Lord's activities or leelas, not karma. Karmanaha means his layman person, it is action only. But when it pertains to the Lord, when it is connected with the Lord, it is Leela. Whose Leelas? Punya Sloka Idya, they are prized by reputed persons. So, in the 16th sloka, they are expressing their, what to say, expressing who will not take advantage of hearing the Lord's glories. So that they are saying. So, they are glorifying the Lord's Shravana, hearing about the Lord's, the process of hearing about the Lord's pastime. They are glorifying it. Only a person who is not intelligent will not take to the process of hearing the Lord's glories. That is a direct statement. But here, as astonishment, they are expressing it in a different way. Kova Bhagavatastasya Punya Slokedya Karmanaha Shuddhi Kamo Narshunaya Yasha Kali Malapaham. So when you hear the Lord's glories, Kali Malapaham, so it vanquishes all the Kali Yuga's inauspiciousness. So even when you are in the Kali Yuga, you can stay aloof of the effects of Kali Yuga by constantly hearing the glories of the Supreme Personality of God. In other words, by constantly keeping in touch with Srimad Bhagavatam, even though you are in the midst of chaos and confusions, Kale Doshe Nide Rajan, of Kali Yuga, still you can be an intelligent person. You can be a satisfied person just by connecting with Srimad Bhagavatam. So they are asking, Kova Bhagavatastasya Punya Shlokatya Karmanaha. So who will not engage in hearing the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, whose activities, the Leelas of the Lord, is prized by the great people or the great sages like Vyasadeva, Narada, everyone prizes the glories of the Supreme Lord. Then, what is the potency of his holy name? Yannama Grinan, one who takes to the holy name of the Lord. What is the characteristic of the holy name? Yat Diveti Swayam Bayam. It causes fear to even the fear personified. Sadhyo Vimuchyeta, and not only that, it liberates us immediately. So in this context, when we say that once we take the holy name of the Lord, it Sadhya Vimuchyeta, immediately liberates, means the one who has taken the holy name in a pure state without any offenses, then the effect is immediate. As I stated, you will be out of the three modes of material nature even when you are in this material body, like Srila Prabhupada. So we cannot find Srila Prabhupada acting in any of the three modes of material nature. He was always acting on the transcendental platform. Otherwise, can you think about convincing the Britishers, the East, I mean the Western Indian people? Can you think about convincing? We are struggling in our own place to preach about Krishna, to speak about Ramayana, Mahabharata. Can you imagine how Prabhupada, he didn't only preach by his kirtan or his classes. The bhakti has a potency which made everyone attract towards Srila Prabhupada's instruction. Just 1 year, everyone became, within a span of 2-3 years, there were about 12, 13, 15 sannyasis. Can you imagine that? Struggling to cultivate one devotee to chant 16 rounds, it is very, very difficult in the current age and time. That too, in the Western world, Prabhupada went there and he was able to establish international society. It's not just by the sadhana alone. Of course, Prabhupada he was in the perfectional state, so he was able to, by his purity, he was able to preach actually. So it immediately liberates. Sadhyo Vimuchyeta. So it means the person who is taken to offenseless chanting, it immediately liberates. Or the other thing is, it may refer to the time. Like Prabhupada says, we are very fortunate that we are born just 500 years in limit of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. I mean, we are very close to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. But if you see it is more than 500 years, yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared. But compared to the number of births we have already taken, this process is immediate actually. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he gave the holy name, and we appeared after, we are born after 500 years, we are able to take advantage of the holy name and progress spiritually, right? So 500 years is a long time only, no doubt about it. But compared to the millions of births we have already taken, we do not know whether we had this opportunity. So in that terms, if we see, it is immediate. When you look at the time frame, the simplicity of the process, it is immediate. And also, if you engage in offenseless chanting, the result is immediate. So the two ways you can see this, Hadyo Vimucheta, and Vivas, a helpless person affiliated by terrors of material existence. Apanaha Goram Samsmritin. We are all in the same boat, which is sinking in the material world, in the ocean of material world. So it is, but in every step we are facing danger. Padam yet vipadam teshna. Each and every step we are always in confusion, anxiety. We do not know whether to go right, left, center. We do not know. If anywhere you go, we are getting slapped in this material world. So it is very goram. And whose devotees having taken shelter of this Lord, get Pada Samshayaha Munayaha. And having fixed their mind in the Lord, Prasamayanaha. So Prasamayana means one who has taken, one who has fixed their mind in the lotus feet of the Lord, always engaging in thinking about the Lord. Immediately purify others of all sins, Sadhya Punanti, just by the thinking of the devotees, Upasprushtaha, whereas the waters of Ganges or Ganga purify Swarduya Apaha. Apaha means water, Swarduya means Ganges, only by contact and direct service, Anusevaya. So this is the last, middle sloka, that is the 15th sloka. So one who has taken to the lotus feet of the Lord, one that is the through the process of surrender unto the Lord, through a pure devotee, yet Pada Samshrayaha, Sudha Munayaha Prasamsya Manaha. They are not only that, they have fixed their mind in the lotus feet of the Lord. Sadhya Punanti Upaskritaha. That is the glory of a Vaishnava. By seeing those Vaishnavas who are pure devotees of the Lord, who have always fixed their mind at the lotus feet of the Lord, just by seeing them, one gets purified. All the sins are gone. But while Ganges, when you dip in the Ganges only, that too you should have the knowledge that Ganges has the sambandha with the Supreme Personality of God. Otherwise, all the fishes, crocodiles in the Ganges, they get liberated. It is not so. One who respectfully approaches her, worship her, offers obeisances, and then takes bath in Ganges, they get liberated or they get purified. Because knowledge is very important. You should know that Ganges has a connection with the Supreme Personality of God. Then bathing in Ganges will give us the effect. So here all the three slokas are very, very potent slokas that gives us the glories of the holy name, glories of Vaishnava, and the glory of Shravana. So when we see in the sloka 16 about Shravana, who is a person who will not hear the glories of the Lord, whose actions are praised by a reputed person. And again, when you connect with the Kova Bhagavatas, that line alone, if you take and connect with the 14th, 15th, and 16th verse, you will understand who will not take the holy name of the Lord, whose name, which the fear personified fears, and immediately liberates a helpless person. So the person should be helpless. He has no other way, no karma, no jnana, no yoga. He has tried all those things for so many millions of births together, and now he has, by the mercy of a pure devotee, he has come in touch with the process of devotional service. So all the doors are closed. So he is helpless person. No other go. I have only this way. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Ive Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, 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 Ghadir Anyata. There is no Anya Gadi. Only this path is open for us. And whose devotees, having taken shelter of his lotus feet and having fixed their mind in the Lord, immediately purify others of all sins just by their thinking of the devotee. So when these devotees, when people in the samsara who are trying to do devotional service, when they even think of pure devotees, they become relieved of all the anatta. So that's why it is very important in the morning when we rise up, we very cautiously, we put it a point that we remember our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, Gajendra, Kunti Maharani. Because these pure devotees, even when we think of them, we get removed of all our contaminations. That's why Prabhupada very thoughtfully, for the morning Mangalarti, he Samsara Dava verse was selected by Srila Prabhupada because it glorifies a pure devotee. It glorifies the Guru, spiritual master. So in the Prata Kala, in the morning, when we wake up, so we should have Prata Smaraniya. It should be towards the pure devotee. When you see Gajendra Moksha prayers at the end, Palashruti, God himself, the Lord himself gives Palashruti for Gajendra Moksha prayers. It is usually not so in other cases. Palashruti is stated by either Sutta Goswami, Sukadeva Goswami, or Indra, or whoever is benefited by that particular episode, they tell the Palashruti. But in the case of Gajendra Moksha prayers, the Lord himself tells the Palashruti. He says, whoever thinks of this particular Leela in the early morning, whoever meditates on Gajendra Moksha story or the elephant Gajendra early in the morning, along with the Leela, how he got relieved from the mouth of the crocodile, how the Lord came to rescue him. One who remembers this, they attain liberation. They go back home, back to God. So this is a Palashruti for Gajendra Moksha. And even if you see 50 years or 30 years, 50 years before, the calendars that we get freely in the medical shop, they will give, some other industry, they will give some calendar. Often you will see Gajendra Moksha picture, because when you have it in front of you and in the morning when you remember Gajendra, then we will be out of this samsara. It was a practice actually. When I was small, I was thinking, what is this? Elephant is showing flower and someone is guarding the elephant. I don't understand anything out of it. Then only when I came to Krishna Kunya, I was able to relate it. I think if any one of you had this experience before 50 or 40 years, if you see, many of them will give this calendar. Nowadays, it is about Kubera, La Mahalakshmi, pouring gold coins. Is there any, I'm not criticizing anyone, but is there any use for that? Anyway, so when you think, so Prartha Smaraniya should be about pure devotees. Especially when about Guru Maharaj, about your own spiritual masters and Srila Prabhupada, but our Guru Parampara, entire Guru Parampara is highly potent. Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya is highly potent Sampradaya because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the leading master in this parampara. Anyway, so Pratha Smaranya is very, very important because we are removed of our contaminations. As sadhakas, what is biggest hurdle in our path? Anarthas are the hurdles. We know we have pure faith. We know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We should remember Krishna, serve Him. Everything we know. Theoretically, 100% we know, but practically we have so much of anarthas. So if you want to get rid of those anarthas, then we should cautiously practice our diligently do our sadhaka. And these are all few practical tips. In the morning when you rise up sincerely, remember your spiritual master Srila Prabhupada and pure devotee from Srimad Bhagavatam, then automatically, slowly and steadily, all your anarthas will be gone. So that is the potent of Vaishnava Sangha. So they are glorifying here. So let us see. So the phrase Samsruting Goran, terrifying material life. Vivasaho or helpless person and Satyaha immediately. All these things together makes us remember about Ajamila. He was in the terrifying situation, Goram, Sansmriti Goran. He was terrified, at least at that particular moment. He was constantly he was constantly in pain because he was pulled forcibly from his body by the three Yamadutas, and he was helpless at that time. And then Sadhyaha, he was immediately relieved by Vishnu Dutas. His pain was gone immediately by Vishnu Dutas because he was chanting now in the Namabha state. There are three states to chant the holy name. One is in the stage of offense, aparada, Nama aparada stage, then Nama Abha stage, and Nama Suddhanam. It is stated by Bhakti Vinod Thakur in Harinama Chintamani, in that book. So there are three stages. It is ideal stage is pure Shuddhanam should be chanted. But what the sadhakas are doing is offensive chanting. There are 10 offenses to the holy name. So we are stuck in any one. No, at least in the 10th offense we are all stuck, right? Inattentive chanting. But here Ajamila was chanting in the Namabha stage because he did not know the glories of the holy name. He did not know the glories of the holy name, so he did not offend the holy name at all. So he was chanting in the Namabha. He didn't even call the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He did not know the glories of the Lord. He did not offend the Lord. He did not offend the holy name because he did not have the knowledge of these three. So he was calling the son's name actually. But that itself gave so much of relief for him. So the result was immediate. Result what immediate means he was out of this painful situation, but he was given a second chance also to perfect his life. So it is very apt example is Ajamila's pastime. In that we can understand the potency of the holy name. If you see the entire chapter in the sixth canto, first chapter, if you see, and the second chapter, the starting of second chapter, glories of holy name are profusely given by Vishnu Dutas. The potent of devotional service and the glories of the holy name. They profusely speak about the glories of the holy name. Sixth canto, second chapter. So by the utterance of even one name of the Lord, fear at its very root, Swayam Bhayam, like Swayam Bhagavan. We say Swayam Bhagavan is Krishna and Swayam Bhayam. Who is Swayam Bhayam? Mahakal. Because when we say, usually we say Yama, because he causes the fear of death for us. But what gives us death, what brings us death is the time. Even the entire creation, it goes to annihilation at a particular time, right? At the end of Brahma's day, or at the end of when Vishnu inhales everything, then Mahapralaya happens.
all the universes are sucked in. So a particular time is there. So time is the great fear actually. Hence here Mahakal is the cause of destruction of universe. So it brings fear. Generally, even other factors or Yama, they also cause fear. But in Kali Yuga, people are fearful or for even a small thing, whether I will get it or not, whether I'll get into this college or not, whether I will get this position in my office or not. For that and all, they are worried. Actually, we should be worried about the biggest destruction, what we are going to do after death. So, what to speak of when Mahakal is form of Mahakal is time personified. So time eats our life, right? In the form of day and night. So what to speak of death and Yama, in charge of death, and what to speak of having fear for lesser beings such as servants of Yama, Yamadutas. When we face them, we will be very horrified. Of course, we are all not going to face them because Krishna guarantees that devotees do not get vanquished. They don't go to hell. So those who take shelter of the Lord's 2 feet, devotees purify people of the contamination of ignorance immediately. So those who are already pure devotees, when they are thinking of that devotee, we get purified of all the contaminations just by remembering those devotees who are constantly remembering the Lord. Like how to remember them? Just by reciting the prayers. Gajendra prayers, Kunti prayers, Prahlad prayers, Durva prayers. They are all very potent actually. That's why when we glorify Narasimha, we glorify Prahlad also. Narasimha is very pleased when he sees us glorifying Prahlad Maharaj. That's why when we go to temple and have darshan of the deities, we should glorify. We sing the prayers of the great devotees, sung by great devotees. Even one or two verse, even the half of a verse will do, because Krishna is very pleased. He remembers our pure devotees, and when he remembers our pure devotees, he will not see all our doshas. He is very happy to remember those devotees, and he will be blinded of all our doshas. In that way, we will please him. So how much more purification will take place by seeing, touching or serving those devotees? Kim puna darshana sparsha pada sauchasanadibihi. What will happen when we remember these? Only when we remember such effects are there, what will happen when we serve them consciously when we serve them? So that's why Prabhupada gave us a power-packed practice. Morning Mangalati, we are glorifying Guru. Then we are chanting. Then we are glorifying Tulasi Maharani. Then we are glorifying the Guru. Guru Puja is being kept, no? So where we glorify or do worship to our spiritual master. See how diligently Prabhupada has given us Krishna consciousness. So that is being stated here. Yesham samsparshanat pumsam sadhya sudhyanti vai grinaha kim punar darshana sparsha pada saucha sanadibihi. So simply by our remembering, our house becomes instantly satisfied. Even in the Guru Puja, we sing, no, not in Guru Puja. Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings this song. Gangara Parisha Haile Paschate Pavan Darshane Pavitra Karo E Tumara Gun Ebora Karuna Karo. That in that song, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, when we take bath in Ganges, then only we get purified. But just by darshana, pavitra karo, just by taking darshan of a pure devotee, we get purified. That is the quality, that is the potency of that pure devotee. So simply by remembering a pure devotee, our house instantly becomes sanctified. And what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your holy feet, and offering you a seat in our house? That's why in early, before and all in Indian culture, we had a practice of inviting sannyasis to the home, wash their lotus feet. So just by seeing them, we are getting purified. Then what to speak about inviting to their home, offering a seat, offering them water, washing their lotus feet, offering them prasadam. It has a great potency actually. But as Kali advances, what we are actually neglecting all these processes. We always doubt whether this person is a good person or not, whether he comes to our house, he steals something. These are all more nowadays. We don't even think about inviting anyone. I mean, common people, I'm saying, not devotees. So it should be understood that the waters of Ganga purify by their direct presence, having been brought from a distant place. So what? Yeah, Ganga, when we touch, we get purified. Sparisha, we get purified. But pure devotees, just by seeing, we get purified. But some places it is said, just by thinking Ganga, also we get purified. We don't challenge that, because even Ganges is pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of God. So in that way, we can understand. Taking bath in Ganges, remembering Ganges also is useful. But pure devotee, they are when we see or when we remember them, our anarthas are gone. Also, it is said, Swarduya Darshana Deva Sadhunam Ja Samsmarad Api Muktir. So when one attains liberation by seeing Ganga and by remembering the devotees. Swarduya means it refers to Ganges. Darshana Deva Sadhunamcha Smaranadapi Mukti. So when you, in order to take darshan of Ganga, you have to go to that place. You have to travel. But Sadhu, they come to our place. Just by remembering Sadhu, even if they don't come, when just by remembering them, we get liberation. Liberation means what? We get out of these three modes of material nature. That is a superiority of devotee. In this way, superiority of devotee is indicated. So the water of Ganges flowing from the Lord's feet, by having a relation with the Lord, actually does purify, but being touched upon. So Ganga can give us purification, because Ganga is in relationship with the Supreme Personality of God. It is flowing. Ganga has emanated from the lotus feet of the Lord. That's why it has the potency to purify. But it has to be touched. Then only we get purified. So Sevaya means when we worship, when we give respect to Ganges, then in general terms, if we want to get purified, you have to go to Ganges, offer obeisances, offer flowers, deep, doop, everything, and then you take bath with the consciousness that Ganges is pure. Ganges can purify me because it is associated with Supreme Personality. So Shuddhikama means one desires satisfaction of the intellect, because it was previously said Yenatmasu Prasidati. We saw now in the previous sloka. Yenatmasu Prasidati. One who wanted to satisfy their intelligence, then they take to the hearing of the glories of the Lord. We saw in the previous sloka. So or Yashaha or fame of the Lord means his extraordinary activities. All that the Saunakadi Rishis are asking us to hear is that they wanted to hear about the Yashaha, fame of the Supreme Personality of God. So what are the fame that they are referring to? The pastimes that he performed. He won Lord Shiva. He bewildered Brahma Vimohan Leela, and he had Rasa Leela with the gopis. These are all extraordinary actions of the Supreme Personality of God. So this is what we saw. We saw from 14, 15 and 16 in a great detail, but these slokas are very, very useful, especially Apanaha Samsiting Goran Yennama Vishavu. Whenever we are in a dangerous situation, either it may be physically dangerous or it may be anxiety in the mind, depression in the mind. So, what is the greatest recommendation given here? We should think about the Lord. And the secret is here it may be stated often as something Goran. When you are in a dangerous situation, you think about the Lord. But the important point is that in Kali Yuga, we are always in danger. We do not know when we will leave the body, or we do not know what physical elements we can get at any point of time. So, what is the recommendation? We have to always remember the Lord and never forget. So, Tata Sadhya Vimucheta Yad Viveti Swayam Vayam. So, this is what we saw today. Any doubts are there, you can ask.
Hare Krishna Mataji, morning. Morning, once we get up, we should remember Bhagavan and their devotees, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
What is your question, ma'am?
In the morning, when we wake up, we should think of Bhagavan, Guru, Bhagavan, and the devotees like Gajendra or something like that. You don't know, Mataji, that point, Mataji, please.
Especially pure devotees of the Lord. In the morning, when you wake up and remember about your spiritual master, he is a pure devotee or she is a pure devotee of the Lord, and other pure devotees mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Then it purifies us of all the anattas. Of course, remembering Lord is important, but through a pure, when you remember pure devotee, just by remembering them, all our contaminations are wiped off. That too immediately. So that is what is stated.
Mataji, that means first we while we get up, we have to think of Guru.
Yes.
And the devotees. Only then Bhagavan you are telling. Am I right, Mataji?
Automatically, when you remember your Guru, he is a servant of the Lord. Automatically, it will happen. Your remembrance will automatically happen. When you remember your Guru, he is connected with the Supreme Lord. That's why he is a pure devotee. So, yeah, of course, if you want to have it practically, you remember about your spiritual master. If you are yet to get surrender onto a spiritual master, remember about Srila Prabhupada. And then the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nothing wrong in it.
Oh, thank you, Mataji. Hari.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Daily we are doing Guru Arati, no Mataji. Along with that, we should sing Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya. That song also we have to sing daily, Mataji.
It's your inclination, Mataji, but whatever Prabhupada has given, he has given Guru Puja that particular song. But if you wanted to sing, there is no harm, no one is stopping you. You can sing.
Okay, Mataji.
These songs will bring us close to our. It will connect us, connect our heart to Ovai Vaishnava Thakur and Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya. So all these, when you meditate upon the meaning and then you sing the song, while you sing the song only, you meditate upon the meaning also. Then your heart is more attached to the pure devotee. Then in the day, the entire day, the smaranam is easy for you. That's why these Mangalarti, then Nashimarti, Tulasi Arti are all there, so that we worship, meditating upon the meaning also. Otherwise, it will become mechanical in a passage of time. It will become very, very mechanical.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, if there are no other questions, we will stop here. Thank you all for joining. Happy Rath Yatra. We remember the Lord, we pull the Lord into our heart. That is the main purpose of Ratha Yatra, what the Brajavasis did, they came to Kurukshetra, they pulled the Rath of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. So, of course, Brajavasis were Sadhya Bhaktas, they were already in the state of Bhava and Prema, but what is our intention of pulling the Rath? Not to get any pious credits. We pull the Rath in order to become close with the Lord. Close him within the heart, like Chaurashtakam. Vilmangala Thakur says, I'm binding the Lord within my heart. We may not be in that higher position, but we can at least pray for that position. So, Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhyacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo, Ananta Koti Vaishnavebhyo.
Krishna Mataji,
Hare Krishna. Thank you.